What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super pumped because, as you can tell from the background and like the way I look and stuff, that we're not doing a beauty video today. We're gonna be doing a more chill vlog style video where I'm gonna be showing you guys what I'm eating for a full day. This is gonna be like shedding for the wedding edition because you guys know that I'm getting married. We have about 3.5 more months now till our wedding, so I've been trying to eat super good and super healthy so that I look the best on our wedding day. So I'm super excited to show you guys the different healthy meals that I have been eating because honestly everything I've been eating has been delicious, but still super healthy and fitting within the normal macronutrients that I would eat to try and lose some weight. And I say lose weight, but really what I mean is make my fat percentage lower. Don't actually physically really care about like what the actual number on the scale says and how many pounds I'm losing. I'm more so interested in my body fat percentage going down. Because for example, there could be like two people, both are 150 pounds, both could be 5'5". So they're the exact same weight, the exact same height, but their bodies could look completely differently depending on what their fat percentages are and their muscle percentages and stuff like that. So to me, it's not the number on the scale that I need to see. It's not like I want to lose 10 pounds before my wedding or something like that. I'm more so focusing on the body fat percentage. So I really would like to go down about 2% in body fat before my wedding, which I do think is doable in the 3.5 months that we have. If you guys are wondering how I track my body fat percentage, I actually use a scale to do it. So I will show you guys a specific scale that I use, and that's what I use to track my body fat percentage and kind of track my progress. So I will bring you guys into my bathroom to show you the scale so you can see it. Alrighty guys, so we are in my bathroom and this is the scale that I use right here. Like I said, I've been using this for about 1.5 years now, and it is from Vanity Planet. It's their digital body analyzer scale. So this is not only going to tell you like your actual weight in pounds, but it also shows you your body fat, your muscle mass, your bone mass, and your water weight, which is like literally crazy. And you can also program it for up to 8 people in your family, because to get those percentages correctly, you need to know like what your height is and, you know, male or female and stuff like that. So me and Steven both have like presets on there for each of us so we can both use it. I'm sorry about the bad lighting in my bathroom, but that scale is originally a little bit pricey. It does retail for $125, but Vanity Planet is super amazing and hooked me up with a discount code for you guys. So I'll have a link to it down below with the code, but it's just my last name, Strack, in all capital letters with 60, which will get you 60% off of the scale. So thank you, Vanity Planet. But I seriously do love that thing, and it really has kept me on track, not only with my goals of eating healthy, but also my goals at the gym as well. I do work out 5 days per week for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending on the day, a mix of both cardio and weight training. Going to the gym has never really been an issue for me. I do really enjoy going to the gym. It's always just been eating healthier. So that's why I'm showing you guys what I'm eating today. All the meals are super simple and easy. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Just make sure you guys do subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell so you guys can be notified of all of my future uploads. And we are just gonna jump into it. Alrighty you guys, so up first it is time for breakfast. This is my favorite meal of the day, and if you have watched any of my other what I eat in a day videos, I've literally eaten the same thing for breakfast for like 4 years, but it works for me, it keeps me full, and it's delicious. So this is what I eat. I start with these Quaker rice cakes. These are the caramel corn ones. Honestly, any other brand is not as good as the Quaker brand. I've tried like all the store brands. These ones are just the best ones. So I always buy these ones, this exact thing. And I eat 2 of them, so they're 50 calories each. So in total, it is 100 calories for these. These are pretty high in carbs. This is gonna be my highest carbohydrate meal, but I do like to eat most of my carbs in the morning rather than at night. So you'll see as throughout the day, my meals kind of go down in their carb count. The total carbohydrates each is 11, so it's 22 grams just for these, which is still not crazy. And then I top them with this Jif Whips peanut butter. I love this. Honestly, it tastes very similar just to regular peanut butter, except it is whipped, so it is less calories. So in 2 tablespoons, it's 140 calories, 12 grams of fat, 6 carbs. So it's really not very bad. Most other peanut butters are like 210 as far as calories go for 2 tablespoons. So this is definitely a lot less. So this is what I top them with. I top each rice cake with 1 tablespoon, keeping with the serving size of 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this. It takes like 5 seconds. Alrighty, so rice cakes are all made. They look delicious. Now, last but not least, you guys know I gotta have my coffee. One thing I cannot start my day without is my coffee, so I just use my Keurig, and my favorite coffee is actually from the Wegmans brand. I honestly just think it's better than any other coffee. I used to always buy the Dunkin' Donuts kind, but I actually like this better. This is the Colombian coffee, so I'm sure probably any Colombian coffee would taste similar, but I really like this one, so this is the K-Cup that I use every morning. And now that our coffee is all made, the last thing that we have to put in is just some creamer. So the creamer that I really like is this one right here. This is from International Delight. It's the hazelnut sugar-free kind. It's super low in calories. It's 20 calories for a tablespoon. I normally never even use 20 calories. And I know that there are actually a lot of creamers that are less than 20 calories that are like 15 or 10, but this one only has 1 gram of carbs. A lot of the other creamers have higher grams of carbs. So that's kind of why I stay with this one. So yeah, and I really do like the way it tastes. And I really don't put a lot of it in, just enough to make the coffee not like black. So yeah, that is everything for my breakfast. I'll see you guys at lunch. Alrighty, you guys, so it is time to make lunch. And I normally have a wrap for my lunch every day. So I have all of the ingredients that we need kind of out here on the counter. I am gonna actually let you guys know that it's interesting because today's lunch is actually a little bit different than the normal lunch that I have. This is more like a treat lunch for me. I do always have a wrap for lunch, so most of this stuff is kind of staples. The only thing that's different is today I am using bacon as my protein for my lunch. Normally I use chicken that I pre-make in the beginning of the week and I put that in my wraps for my lunch, but we're having chicken for dinner tonight, so to kind of change it up, I didn't want to do 2 chicken meals, so I'm gonna be using bacon. I do this about once a week where I use bacon instead and kind of give myself a BLT sort of wrap, which I do really like. Actually less calories when I use bacon, but obviously bacon nutritionally has a lot more fat, less protein and stuff than chicken does and is less filling, but I do really like bacon, so I'm gonna be using that today since our dinner is chicken, so I don't eat like the same protein twice. I like variety in my diet. You guys will probably see that, but this is basically all of the ingredients. I have arugula, I have fresh salsa, any kind of like chopped tomato will do. I just buy this because it's already like kind of pre-chopped up and I like the taste of it. Don't get like, you know, salsa that you would put chips on. Make sure it's like fresh or just fresh chopped up tomato. I have an avocado here. We're only gonna be using 1/4 of an avocado, but I have to cut this guy open. And this I'm actually not gonna be using since I'm using the bacon today, but when I use chicken, this is what I put on the wrap just to make it a little bit more like juicy and like have some flavor. This is the Smokehouse sugar-free barbecue sauce, the honey flavored, and why I use this one is because the nutritional content on this is like so much better than regular barbecue, if this would focus. But yeah, this one is only 10 calories and only 2 grams of carbohydrates. So normal barbecue sauce is much, much higher. It doesn't taste exactly like normal barbecue sauce. Like you can definitely tell that it's like a lower sugar-free version, but it doesn't taste bad by any means. So I do use this, and in conjunction with like a lot of other things in a wrap, I feel like you really can't taste the difference. So like I said, I'm not gonna be using this, but I did wanna show you guys this so you could replicate this meal with chicken if you wanted to, because this is typically what I would eat. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cook up the bacon. This bacon is actually already fully cooked and all you have to do is microwave it, so it's actually really easy. So I'm gonna go cook 3 strips of this, just microwave it up, and then we will get to preparing the wrap. All right, so I have my 3 strips of bacon cooked and I have my 1/4 of an avocado, which I'm gonna put on the wrap as well. I did wanna show you guys the wraps that I use because wraps are not all made the same. Some wraps are literally like 250 calories, it's crazy. These are from the Tumero's brand, the low in carb ones. I get the sun-dried tomato basil. I love these. They're only 60 calories and 6 net carbs. And they taste really, really good. So I use these all the time. They come in a variety of different flavors though. Like they have like a garden one, which is really good. Even the regular like whole wheat one is good as well. I think that one is 50 calories too. So this one is an extra 10 calories, but I do really like the way this one tastes. So this is the one that I'm gonna be using today as the base for our wrap. I did want to tell you guys a full calorie count for the meal too. So we have the wrap that's 60 calories, the avocado, which is about 60 calories as well. So that brings us to 120. And then we have the bacon, which is 90, which brings us to 210. And then these 2 things, the baby arugula and the fresh salsa, honestly, the calories on these are very, very negligible. I don't normally honestly even count them. Like this is 5 calories for 2 tablespoons and that's probably all that I use. So you're looking at about 215-ish calories. The arugula is like pretty much nothing. So that's about how much this meal is calorie-wise. And this meal is definitely a lower carb meal, higher fat, because we have a lot of fat with the bacon and the avocado. So if you're on the keto diet, this may fit in to your macros depending, but it definitely is a lower carb meal, you know, balanced with the higher fat. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assemble my wrap. Alrighty, So there you have it. That is our wrap. It's not perfect. It is a little bit difficult to eat because I do fill it up, but honestly, it's delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and munch on this and I will see you guys soon. All right, you guys, so we're gonna get started on our dinner with the chicken because I am gonna be cooking the chicken in a crock pot. So it does take about 4 to 5 hours to cook. So first I'm gonna prep the sauce. We're basically just gonna put the chicken in the crock pot with the sauce and let it sit. It's super, super easy and the sauce is super easy to make. I've kind of set everything out here so you guys can see. The first thing that you're gonna need is chicken broth. So I just get the fat-free kind and the lower sodium. This is just the ShopRite brand. Any brand will do. And you're gonna need 1 cup of that. So I've already measured that out in my measuring cup right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in first. And this is based on a recipe for about 1 pound of chicken. I am cooking this for both Steven and I. And normally we do have some leftovers. The next thing that you're gonna wanna add is soy sauce. You're gonna need a 1/2 cup of soy sauce. I get the Kiko Man, I think is how you pronounce it, brand, the less sodium one. So you're gonna need a 1/2 cup of this. So I'm just gonna measure that out like so and then plop it in there. All right, so we have the full 1/2 cup. I'm just gonna plop it on in. Then you're gonna wanna use 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. You guys, sesame oil makes such a huge difference when you're cooking meals like this. It literally tastes so good. It makes it taste like takeout, like I'm not kidding. I actually put this on my cauliflower rice, which you guys will see later when I prepare that as my side. It makes it taste delicious, literally just like fried rice. So I'm a big fan of sesame oil. And I just get this brand from my local food store. I'm pretty sure any brand will do. So you're gonna use 1 tablespoon of this. And just for reference for the nutritional facts, 1 tablespoon is 130 calories. So it is similar in the range of olive oils, or at least most of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just measure out 1 tablespoon of this and put that in there as well. Then you're gonna wanna add 4 cloves of minced garlic. So I buy like the already minced garlic in this jar. Normally on the jar, it'll tell you like how much 4 cloves is. So it says a 1/2 teaspoon is 1 clove of fresh garlic. So we're gonna go in with 2 teaspoons to give us the 4 cloves of fresh garlic. I thought I had a teaspoon one of these, but I actually don't. I only have the 1/2 teaspoon. So we're gonna go in with 4 of the little 1/2 teaspoons. But if you have a teaspoon one, you can just do 2 teaspoons. So I'm just gonna go in with 4. I kind of do like a little bit more than it suggests. Me and Steven do like garlic, but you can of course put it to your taste. And then last but not least, I'm gonna go in with some onion powder. I just kind of do this, you know, as I see fit. I just kind of put that much in. But yeah, that is it on this. So I'm just gonna go and whisk it all together, mix it all up. Alrighty, so I have my slow cooker out. Don't mind it being a little dirty. I already went ahead and put the chicken on in there. So we're just gonna go ahead and pour the sauce on. So now you can see the chicken is fully coated in the sauce. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the top on. And then I'm gonna turn the slow cooker on to high and let this sit for about 3 hours. And then we'll come back and do the final step. We're just gonna add some cornstarch to the sauce to make it thicker. So for right now, we're just gonna let the chicken cook for 3 hours. All right, you guys, so this chicken has been cooking up. I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up so we can check on it. All right, so it is looking pretty good. So the last step of this is we're gonna go ahead and put this mixture in here and just kind of stir it in. What this is 1/4 a cup of water, and then it's 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is gonna help to make the sauce a bit thicker. The recipe actually calls for 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I've always used 1.5 tablespoons and it's been fine. I don't like the sauce to be too thick, and also cornstarch is like liquid carbs, so I try and use a little bit less of it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and put in right now. I'm just gonna pour it on and then stir it in. We're just gonna stir it up kind of along with the chicken. Everything looks like it's cooking well. I might actually just flip the chickens over. You don't have to do this, but I'm already in here, might as well, just so they can get evenly coated. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this cooking for another hour, and then the chicken will be all ready. So I'm just gonna cover it up and wait 1 more hour. Alrighty, you guys, so it has been another hour and the chicken is all ready. Hopefully you guys can see it. I can't really tip this towards you guys just because it is really hot, but this is what it looks like. I did go through and shred the chicken. You don't have to shred the chicken. It just kind of pulls apart very easily when it's made in the crock pot, so that's how I like it best. And it looks delicious. And basically what this tastes like is a healthy version of like Chinese chicken takeout, like the chicken with broccoli sort of chicken. I just don't actually put broccoli in this, but you can put broccoli in this if you want. I'm just not a fan with broccoli. And you guys will see how I get my veggies in with what I put this over, but The chicken is all nice and ready. So now typically with this, you would put it over rice, but we're gonna use cauliflower rice. So this is the cauliflower rice that I always use. It's from the Hanover brand. It's just the rice steam in a bag cauliflower. It is delicious. It's frozen, so you don't have to worry about it going bad. And honestly, if you get this on sale, a lot of times it's 99 cents per bag. So it's literally very, very affordable, because I used to like buy the full cauliflower and then try and chop it up, and it was like a nightmare. But this is amazing. So I always buy these whenever they're on sale. Like I literally buy like 20 bags of it because I eat this all the time. And I actually am gonna eat the entire bag. Sometimes I eat a half bag, but I am a little bit hungry today, so I am gonna eat the full bag. There's 2.5 servings in this whole bag, but for each serving, there's only 25 calories. So, I mean, in total, we're looking at like less than 75 calories for the entire bag of cauliflower rice. And this is also how I'm gonna get my veggies in with the dinner, since I didn't use broccoli. All right, so I have my pan ready to go right here. I'm first gonna spray it with a little bit of this vegetable oil cooking spray. And then I'm just gonna pour the bag of cauliflower rice in. And then I'm just gonna turn the stove on medium heat. And then I just normally let it cook for about 4 to 5 minutes, I would say, until you start to see like the frozenness of it go down. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see through the camera, but it definitely looks a lot less frozen now. It has a much softer texture to it, so it's starting to cook up pretty well. So what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of this sesame oil on top of here. Just gonna kind of drizzle this on there. Again, not really using too much of it. I kind of just do it to my eye, but that's about all I'm gonna do. And then just kind of mix it up and saute it around for about 2 more minutes, I would say, and then it should be ready. All right, the rice is all good to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer it into my bowl. And then just moving over here, I'm gonna go ahead and top that cauliflower rice with some chicken and some sauce. And we are gonna be all done with this meal. Honestly, I feel like it doesn't look that great, but I'm telling you guys, please make this recipe. It is so incredibly delicious, like you would never know. That's probably more chicken than I really needed, but that's pretty good. You would never know that this is like super, super healthy, super low calorie. It is delicious. I'm telling you, like it's really, really good. So this is what I'm gonna be having. Sometimes I top it with some sesame seeds, but I'm actually all out of them. I don't have any today, so no sesame seeds, but this is my dinner. So quick and easy and so delicious. Alrighty guys, so it's time for my last meal of the day. I just have some blueberries in here. They look so, so good. I love to have something a little sweet at night, but I used to just have like a cookie or something, so I've swapped it out for something much healthier, like fruit. So I just have some blueberries in a bowl, and then I do top it with a little bit of whipped cream. This is from the Wegmans brand, which is just a food store local to me, but you can, you know, use any whipped cream. But I just use the fat-free whipped topping from them. Calorie-wise, it's super, super low. For 2 tablespoons, it is 10 calories. I like to tell myself I use 2 tablespoons. I feel like it's closer to 4, but the extra 10 calories isn't gonna kill me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and top the blueberries with this, like so. And yeah, that is my dessert and my last meal of the day. So yeah, you guys, that is everything. I'm sorry for the crazy, crazy lighting in my kitchen. It's dark out now, so I have no good lighting in my apartment. But yeah, that's everything. That's my last meal of the day. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you guys can see more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you so much. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.